wanted to just kind of check in. I did purchase the Mounjaro again this month, but something else that I wanted to say about this. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel for another video today. I know that it has been a while since I have posted like specifically a Mounjaro update on this channel, and I am so sorry for that. It's been a minute, and it's been a crazy couple of weeks here in this household with all of the sports and all of the things, and I just wanted to make sure that when I did another update, I actually had something to say versus just like spitting out the same information. Y'all know who I am if you've been following me. So with all of that being said, it has now been another whole 2-week cycle, a little over a 2-week cycle since I last updated you guys on my maintenance journey. And I do have a little bit to talk about, a little bit that has changed over the course of the past couple of weeks. Side note, I have been doing, this is totally not related, but I've been doing my own Gel X nails lately. And y'all look, I am getting so good at it. This is like this milky white shimmery color and then a little like rose decal. If you are somebody that goes to the salon and spends $50, $60, $70 every couple of weeks getting your nails done, watch some Gel X tutorials on YouTube and try to do your own, because it is really simple and it's really affordable. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there since I'm like waving my hands all around showing them to you. This is the second set that I've done. The first set that I did lasted 2 weeks, and then I took them off. I am one that once a manicure starts to grow out, I don't like it anymore and I want to change it up. So anyway, long little ramble there. Back to Mounjaro. So the last time I had updated you guys, I was actually at a like new-ish low weight. I was in the 160s. I believe I was like 167, and I had mentioned that I wasn't really trying to lose any more weight. It just sort of was happening, and that has continued. So I now, I guess, have this new low weight of around 165. It seems like pretty much every morning I am sitting right around the 165, 167 mark, probably for the past week. So I thought it was a fluke, and then it just keeps being a thing. You know, I keep being at that weight. So I'm assuming that that is just what my new low weight is. Now, I will say that probably over the course of the past 4 to 5 months, that's how it's been. Like, I'll be the same weight for a while, like 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then all of a sudden I will drop 2 or 3 pounds, and it's like, that's my new low weight. And then the cycle repeats. I'm at that low weight and then whatever. So that's something different for sure. Now, this 2-week cycle was the first time that I had gotten my menstrual cycle since switching to maintenance mode on Mounjaro, and that did prove to be slightly different. So my period actually started this week, so I'm currently on it, and I am due for my shot on Friday. Today is Wednesday as I am filming this, so I will take another shot Friday evening. And one thing that I noticed, which I have not really noticed the entire time that I've been on Mounjaro, and I'm not really even sure that I noticed it the month that I was off, although that month was just kind of wacky all around. But this week, starting probably Saturday, which was a couple of days before I started my period, I did notice a good bit of hunger and a good bit of cravings. Not uncontrollable cravings, but I found myself actually wanting chocolate or wanting ice cream or wanting something, whereas most of the time I don't ever have any real cravings or any real desires for any specific food. That was different, and I even like stepped back and I was like, what's going on here? I'm actually craving a food. And the only thing I can relate it to is it had been over a week since I had taken a shot and I was about to start my period. So that might be something that I'm facing now with only taking my shot once every 2 weeks, that when it is period time, some of my old cravings from prior to Mounjaro might be coming back, it still was drastically reduced. Like the cravings were drastically less than they were prior to having Mounjaro, obviously, but I did notice them, and that was definitely something different. I will say that I probably did eat. I not necessarily gave in to my cravings, but there was a couple of times where I wanted something sweet. And so I had a small handful of my little Brooksides that I love. So I am not one to deny my body something that it is wanting. I've never been that way. That's probably how I got so overweight to begin with. But I don't think that's healthy either. Like I 100% believe there has to be some type of balance in all things. So I did, when I was craving something sweet, I went and got 4 or 5 Brooksides and I ate them, and then that seemed to satisfy the craving. So I do think that I was able to satisfy myself in a healthy way without going overboard, which I think is also very important to note, because I do think that is thanks to the Mounjaro, obviously. So that's one thing that I wanted to touch on, the new low weight. And then the other thing that I noticed that I have not noticed in probably months is that I suffered from some pretty bad constipation this past cycle. So I went a full week. It might have been actually over a week since I went to the bathroom. It was getting to the point where I was going to take something to make myself go. And then this past Saturday morning, so it was the same thing when my like PMS symptoms kicked in, which I know that period poops are a thing for a lot of women. Like their body will sort of empty itself out right before you start your period. TMI in this video, but Saturday I ended up going, and then I've gone every day pretty much since then. So I am like back on a normal schedule, but I did go almost a week, and there was not anything specific different other than that was shot week. So I had taken the shot. Now, what I think that might be caused by is that I am going 2 weeks. So I am depleting myself of most of the Mounjaro before I give my body more. So I don't know if my body is just going to be having a little bit more extreme side effects over the course of that first week than I would if I was taking it weekly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to see how I do next week with taking the Mounjaro again on Friday, like see how it is the first week next time, and I will update you guys on that. What I actually might do is film a like first few day vlog. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start Friday, and I'll show myself like giving the shot and all of that. And then I will film like Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like over the course of a couple of days to see how I'm feeling, so that you guys can kind of gauge how I'm feeling the first few days after doing the shot. I think that is a really good idea. So let me know if you're interested in that. I feel like most of you will be, so I will do that next week. But I do think the constipation was just because I depleted myself. I was making a conscious effort to eat more fiber. We actually had salad twice that week. I've been eating apples pretty much every single day, the Honeycrisp apples, just because it is Honeycrisp apple season and they're my favorite. So that has a lot of like natural fibers in it. So natural fiber, not fibers. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing with that. I'm just trying to stay more on top of it. I was taking Colace back in the day when I first started Mounjaro. I believe I mentioned that I was taking 2 Colace a day. However, my sister, my other sister, there's so many sisters on Mounjaro, so I actually am one of 6 children. So my other sister, who is the youngest of the 6, started Wegovy. Her insurance, she's a teacher and works for the state, and so she has great, fabulous state insurance here in North Carolina. And so she did get her Wegovy approved for weight loss, which I am so excited for her. I'm so happy for her. She deserves this. So I gave my Colace to her when she started, and she's doing great on Wegovy. She's lost, I believe, almost, like, she's between 15 and 20 pounds, and she is in her first month still. I think she's at the end of her first month. So I'm just so happy for her and so excited. And excited to kind of walk her through this, and you know, she gets to have me, who's been on it for a year, my other sister who's not currently on it anymore but was on it for a long time. My mom is still on Mounjaro, so it's like a family affair now at this point. So I believe that's all I wanted to update you guys on. I wanted to just kind of check in. I did purchase the Mounjaro again this month, but something else that I wanted to say about this is that I've been using the coupon for a year now, and I was on the I had the coupon for $25 a month, and it was the coupon before they switched it to where you had to say you were a diabetic. So literally like a week before they said they added that question is when I got it, when I got the coupon. And the coupon was good through June for $25. Most of you know this. And then it switched to where it is still good through, I believe, December, but it's for the higher cost of $500 per month now. But when I went to pick it up this time, I don't know if the overall cost of Mounjaro changed. That must be what the issue was, but my cost was less this month. So I paid $500 the previous month. This month it was only $448, which still is a lot, but it's $52 cheaper. So let me know if the cost of Mounjaro has gone down in your area. I think that's very interesting. I don't know. Again, I'm assuming that the overall cost went down because the coupon takes a certain percent off, or a certain amount off of the overall cost. So I'm assuming the total cost must have changed. So let me know down below if that has happened to you. I would love to know what is going on with the price of it in your area. Also, I had somebody comment saying that in Saudi Arabia, they get it for 300 and something a month. And I'm like, you want to jib it to me? No, it's okay. That's pretty much illegal, I'm sure. Anyway, I also was checking on Canadian pharmacies because I've heard that you can get stuff cheaper in Canada. I did check into that. There are a few like Canada Farms or Can Farm online where you can just like submit your prescription. However, most of them are out of Mounjaro. So that's another thing that you guys could check on if you are looking for a way to make it more affordable. I don't know what it would cost on those websites, but I do know that a lot of people will order lots of drugs from Canada with their prescriptions, and typically it is a little bit cheaper than getting them here in the US. So again, if you're from Canada or if you do that, let me know down below what the cost is, because we're all just trying to find this life-saving medication for as cheap as we can find it. Okay, now that I have rambled for a solid 12 minutes, I guess I had a lot to say to you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me today. Stay on the lookout. We'll do that little like sort of day-to-day vlog this weekend. I'll put that on my calendar to film. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna film this, and then I totally forget. Or it's like 2 days later and I'm like, well, now I don't have anything to say. So I'll remember, I promise. But thank you guys so much for joining this video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this little update. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day, guys. Bye.